Marquelworld. How are you guys? I'm on before the next day. It's 11:53, but hey, it's not Tuesday. It is not Tuesday. It is hot as usual. It's hot. So, how are you guys doing? Let me see. Okay, I think I have everything on. Okay. Okay, let me get this ready to talk about Raw. The Raw before SummerSlam. Yes, the Raw before SummerSlam. Damian Priest is clearly, they are pushing him to be a babyface. They are pushing Damian Priest to be a babyface. Okay, so, and I am so sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but this Karrion Kross and Xavier Woods is now starting to get very lackluster and boring. I felt like it was dragging for a minute, but now at this rate, it has been dragging on way too long. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand why they're still doing this. Mm, so hot. I can't. The Creed brothers defeat Otis and Akira. I don't know at this rate who would actually believe that Akira would win a match. I guess he wins a match when he gets lucky, but Akira, I do feel for him. He's not really a threat to anybody. Akira is not really a threat to nobody. It is a little discouraging being a fan of his if you are one. Let me adjust this music. Hold on. This is being weird. Why is it so loud? Mm, mm, mm. Okay. Had to adjust that. Okay. Now the music shouldn't be overpowering me. It should never be overpowering me. Anyways, we were talking about Akira. I always thought they were going to push him for a moment, but they're actually not going to push Akira. So if you are a fan of his, I do feel a little bad for you because it doesn't seem like they're going to push him far. The Creed brothers. Hello, how are you, Julia? How are you? Okay, let me adjust that. Yes, how are you, Walper? How are you? Did you watch Raw today? So, we had the Creed brothers. I mean, they are the next tag team that is going to get pushed, the Creed brothers. At this point, I don't feel like the Street Profits is no longer, they are no longer the vocal point of the tag team division. Unfortunately, I think their time has faded as the top team. The New Day, I feel like they were the first, popping team in a while, but their time has actually faded too. You see what they're doing with Xavier. We did have Jay Uso. They did have a match with Carlito, Jay Uso and Carlito. Hello, 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 Day. Hello, Makelia. We are talking about Raw. How are you? So we did have let's see, Jay Uso win. Um, with him winning, I don't really know what to feel about this. Okay, did you like Raw? Um, he usually does win matches, but with him winning the matches, it really doesn't really go anywhere. He still doesn't have no title at this point, Jay Uso. I mean, he does defeat, a lot of top stars, but where does it take him? I mean, I guess since Jimmy Uso isn't around, he's not getting no title matches no more, so he can't even win a title. Yeah, they are in TNA. Do you watch TNA? Yes, they are in TNA Impact, the Hardy Boys. So we shall see what this does with Jay Uso. We should see what this does with Jay Uso. Carlito, I don't really know what's going on with him. I mean, he is part of the Judgment Day. That was the last thing I thought that was going to be in store for Carlito, him being part of the Judgment Day. Well, trying to be part of it. So we shall see. We shall see. Karrion Cross and Xavier Woods. This storyline is getting a little old to me. I really don't get why Karrion Cross is so obsessed with Xavier Woods. It makes no sense. He wants him to leave the New Day to join his team. Kind of makes no sense to me, you know, considering you say that he is a solo star and you want him to be part of your team. So it makes no sense. But good for Karrion getting a win. Sammy versus Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio and Sammy are both top stars of Raw at this point. Sammy did get the win by DQ. Oh, I am glad that you saw that. What happened in the movie? And where are you with your memoir? We had also Sonya Deville, Shayna, and Zoe defeat Carter, Chance, and Lyra. Um, I don't really know about Carter and Chance at this point. They are a good tag team. Oh, okay. Cody. Okay. I'm up to 1999, 2000. Oh, did you write anything at all this week? Did it go up at all? I thought, so we did have Sonya, Shayna, and Zoe. They did get the win. Oh, see, because I do recall you said that was where you were last week. See, I do pay attention. Um, Zoe, they are clearly trying to push her. So, good for her getting the win. Shayna, she got some buzz from GCW, I think, recently, if that is where she was at. Sonya Deville, it's good that she is like the new Mandy Rose of this main roster, Toxic Attraction 2.0. I'm just saying it. They both came from Absolution, being pages. I don't know. I guess I wouldn't say they're the lackeys, just being pages, not followers, but they were just under Paige when they first debuted it. Then Mandy Rose had her own group, Toxic Attraction. Sonya Deville, she did join that group briefly. A lot of people forgot she was briefly associated with them in NXT. And then we know they were disbanded because of what happened to Mandy Rose and her contract. And now we have Sonya Deville. She is the leader, well, front and center of this new group with her, Shayna, and Zoe. So it is full circle how both ladies were under Paige and now both of them led a group. What else do I want to talk about? What else do I want to talk about? Why didn't you write this week? Oh, we did have CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Drew, a segment. I don't know if this gets you excited for the CM Punk and Drew McIntyre match. Um, I did say in my last video that I think Drew McIntyre should win. I feel like he's going to be with the company for a while now, so I do feel like Drew McIntyre, he should win, he should win, he should win. CM Punk, no offense to him, but he does get injured a lot. So, you know, Drew McIntyre in the long run, he would have more matches than CM Punk. We haven't seen CM Punk wrestle in a while. We do know that CM Punk still has it. I'm not saying that, so please do not come at me. with that CM Punk stuff over here. I'm just saying that Drew McIntyre would have more matches in store than a CM Punk. That being said, I think Drew McIntyre should win. Drew McIntyre, I'm trying to think what is going to happen after this win. I mean, Drew McIntyre could challenge for the main title after he beats CM Punk. That would be very interesting. That would be very interesting. Drew McIntyre and let me guess, Damien. I do feel like Damien is going to retain his title at SummerSlam against Gunther. Yes, I do feel like Damien is going to retain. Clearly, WWE is pushing Damian Priest to be a babyface. And I don't think that they will be pushing Damian Priest as a babyface for no reason if they don't have big plans for him. So, that being said, I do feel like Damian Priest should and will retain. I don't want to see Gunther lose, but I feel like the loss is going to be something cheap. It's going to be something cheap that could have been avoided, and that he will have a proclaim to a rematch. I don't care if it is a distraction from the Judgment Day and Damian Priest does a victory roll up, or if Damian Priest does his finisher and he doesn't realize that someone got involved, and Damian Priest retains and still makes Gunther look strong. But I do feel like Damian Priest will retain, and we will see Drew and Damian. Don't know where. I think Clash with Castle already happened, so I don't know if Drew McIntyre would have his moment there because I feel like it already happened this year. What are the pay-per-views for later this year? Oh, you talked to a writer? Okay, let me look at the schedule real fast. I thought you were typing it all like on your Word document this whole time. Okay, we have Bash in Berlin. Oh, that would be very close. Bad Blood. Okay, I could see Drew winning it at Bad Blood. Me saying that because that is like a pay per view that finally came back, and a lot of fans are anticipating Bad Blood. So that could be one for the book. I'm Drew McIntyre winning the title. I will. Oh no, that's still the last response. Not wearing my glasses. Crown Jewel. Don't feel like Drew McIntyre would be crowned there. Oh, I guess that's the last pay per view. So we don't have that many pay per views. We have SummerSlam, Bash in Berlin, Bad Blood, and Crown Jewel. I guess they added Bad Blood just to have an extra pay per view in the winter season, which is not bad. It is good to have a pay per view. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't forget anything. I do love WrestleMania, the Hall of Fame, that era. That season, Hall of Fame, WrestleMania. SummerSlam is exciting too. I'm excited to go, but SummerSlam can be exciting too. It's like the third or second pay per view. I do like SummerSlam. Nope. That is it. Oh, NXT No Mercy. Oh, oh, Survivor Series. Survivor Series is also interesting. Survivor Series is also interesting. It's a good, it's not one of the best pay per views, but it's still a pay per view that you're excited for the matches. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. This shows that if WWE takes time and they want to create a story, they can. Look at this, no titles involved, and they have a great story going for them. We did have Ron Breaker, his promo. I do feel like Sami Zayn is going to lose that title. I do hate to say I feel like Sami's going to lose the title. I really don't feel like his title reign meant that much. I do apologize for those that are fans of Sami Zayn, I'm not the biggest fan, but I do respect him, and I am a fan of him since he's been on TV for a while now. But I don't feel like they booked his reign very strong. But we have Braun Breaker, who they are clearly pushing, who they clearly want to beat Sami Zayn for that title. He's going to win, and I do feel like him and Sheamus, that is going to be the big match for Sheamus to finally get that title that he never won. I feel like WWE doesn't feel like it's going to be as big if he would have defeated a Sami Zayn. Don't know why they didn't have him defeat Gunther. That would have been the perfect moment and historic because he was the one to end the reign, and that was his first time winning the title. Wouldn't that have been something good for Sheamus WrestleMania? That would have been a big accomplishment in the late stages of his career if WWE would have let him defeat Gunther and either break the reign or have defeated him and was the one to take the title after he made the longest reign. I feel like that was a missed opportunity. He should have been the one that dethroned Gunther to make his first title reign with that title meant more. Okay, so I'm just making sure. SummerSlam is going to be good. Did I talk about Sheamus and Bronson? And how Bronson won? Bronson is someone I'm very confused about because they do this. They make him win matches sometimes, but then after he wins these matches, it doesn't really go anywhere. So I don't really know where I can see Bronson at this point. I hope I didn't get Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed confused. I know Braun Breaker is the one facing Sammy, who gores all the time. Sami Zayn getting speared by Braun Breaker all the time. I don't know if that's an indication that Sammy's going to get the upper hand and win and finally get his comeuppance and finally get his revenge and finally show everyone that he's not a paper champ, a transitional champ at this point. I mean, a lot of people are talking about it on X, how he has been getting beat down all the time and hasn't really done anything. So for him to finally get some revenge and to show that he is not okay, to show that he's not just a paper champion who was a transitional champion for Braun Breaker, they need him to defeat him. Because again, his title reign to me hasn't been memorable. Braun Breaker would be a good opponent that he can have on paper that he defeated during this title reign. Because again, I don't even remember who Sammy has faced. I know he defeated Gunther to win the title. Uh, Crickets, I can't remember. Oh, he defeated Chad Gable, right? They had their little thing going on where he defeated him. That was a good storyline. That was something good that came in. So I do remember him and Chad. Him and Braun, they did face each other. I'm clearly not mentioning that because it's happening again. So don't want to mention something that's currently happening. So I don't even remember who he feuded with other than those two. So, anyways, this him ending him. Sami Zayn does not need to win with a fluke victory. He needs to win with a dominant victory, showing that he's just as bad as a Braun Breaker. And Bronson Reed, I can see him. He's been in the Intercontinental Championship chase for a while now. He's been chasing that title. So I do see him and Braun Breaker do battling it with each other since Bronson Reed seems to always be in that title picture when it comes to Raw. You notice they kind of have the same people do the same things sometimes. We did have, of course, Chad Gable, who was a fan of Chad Gable. Of course, he was here on Raw today. Mm, I don't know why they have to show Chad Gable every week. It kind of gets boring to me that he shows up every week. But they don't ever give me a chance to miss him. Um, the White Six. Not to be funny, this does feel like everything is from the week before because we already seen this with the White Six and Chad Gable, but they're still doing it with him. Again, I guess it's to give Chad Gable some more screen time since they always have to give him screen time every week. So that being said, I don't know what's gonna happen with the White Six. Eventually, they are going to have to fight a fair fight where it's not after the bell rings. I know we did have those video packages. We see that on the Raws, but I feel like the White Six they need to have a actual match sooner than later that showcase that they are not just sneak attackers, that they can handle it when their opponent is not off guard. So I hope that we see maybe a match added to SummerSlam, but it's a little too late for that. Even if so, it'll be on the pre-show. But Raw was good to me. Was it the wow factor that made me want to run and watch SummerSlam? No, but it did keep me up and interested after a long day at work. I do want to say I do post 3 times a week here and I go live once a week. So if you're watching the replay, I try to go live once a week and I post 3 times a week. So that being said, I may jump on after SummerSlam. Again, I will be there, so I may go live at the hotel. Depends on how tired I am, or I may be, so excited and shocked at what transpired that I may not go because there was a shocking victory. So don't know how I will feel after SummerSlam, or maybe I'll have a lot of energy because it was such a good pay-per-view. But I may see you guys again after SummerSlam. I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys are watching, please subscribe to the YouTube Marquel's World. And I do also have a TikTok called Marquel's World, MarqueWorld. I do have a Facebook Pro Wrestling TEA. It's a Facebook group where we talk wrestling and gossip together. I'll see you guys on the next live. Peace.